Famous author and educator Lee Baldwin once said, "A vision without a strategy remains an illusion." With that being said, good evening, everyone. I am Nikita, and I'll be your host for this session. I extend my heartfelt welcome to the guest speaker for the day, Miss Athira M Raj, and all the participants. Before we begin the session, let me share some instructions for a smooth sailing of the webinar. Please mute audio during the presentation and turn on video if possible. Questions can be dropped in the chat and can be asked during the Q&A towards the end. Feedback will be shared towards the end of the webinar. E-certificates will be provided only on filling out the feedback form. In today's ever-evolving and highly competitive business landscape, organizations need to be constantly looking for ways to stay ahead of the curve. One of the best ways to do this is by leveraging the benefits of competitions and training programs. These two strategies can help organizations to increase their visibility, drive innovation, improve employee engagement, and create a culture of continuous learning and development. Today's webinar, Leveraging the Benefits of Competition and Training Programs, will focus on both these aspects that will help us personally and professionally. I am pleased to introduce our esteemed resource person for today's webinar on leveraging the benefits of competitions and training programs, Ms. Athira M Raj. She is an assistant professor of English at TKMM College, Nangiarkulangara, Kerala, with extensive experience and knowledge in the field. Ma'am has held various administrative roles, including being a member of the IQAC, convener of the Dance and Theatre Club, and coordinator of the Center for Gandhian Studies and Ek Bharat Shresth Bharat Club. She has received prestigious awards such as NETJRF, KSCT, and TNSCT. She has engaged in seminars, workshops, and conferences exploring topics such as career options for literature students and the role of language in research. Her contributions extend beyond academia, as she has worked as a translator and served on a judging panel for an intercollegiate literary fest. It's indeed a great honor to have such a person amidst us today. I now invite ma'am to take over the session. Ma'am, over to you.
Thank you, Nikita. So, shall I share the screen with you first of all?
Yes, ma'am. I'll stop sharing and then you can share.
Okay, first of all, I would like to thank HigherEd for all providing an opportunity to conduct a webinar today. Thank you. Okay, coming to the topic, today I would like to discuss or I would like to share a few of my thoughts on leveraging the benefits of competitions and training programs. I hope nobody in the webinar who hasn't attended any training programs or hasn't participated any competition so far. We all might have, in connection with our career or in our school or college days, we might have participated in either a competition or a training program. So here, rather than providing some information, I would like to discuss or share my experience too. So I think that is a good way of discussing this topic. I'm not saying that I'm a great person, but I have benefited a lot through these participating in competitions and training programs. So that is why I am saying that I would like to share some personal experiences as well as my experience as a teacher. So coming to the benefits, first of all, I would like to say that by participating in a competition or a training program, the first benefit, the first takeaway a person gets is none other than skill enhancement. Okay, this is the first point that I would like to describe. So I would like to ask you a question, or this is the same question I asked my students. What is a skill? So by participating in a competition, I said that skill enhancement is the first benefit. So what is the skill? Any response? Or do you think that you don't have any skill? So when I ask the same question to my students, the students will say that skill means it's talent or ability to do something. So this is what my students say. And sometimes some students will say that, Mills, I don't have any skill. I'm not good in singing. So how can I participate in the competition? So many people, not only the students, even if it is a professional, they will say that, no, I don't have a skill. Suppose if we ask a question to a housewife, the housewife will lament that, okay, no, I don't have a skill. I don't have a job. I'm nothing. I'm nobody. So that kind of responses we may get. But believe every individual, they possess skill. Because every individual is unique and every people, they possess certain skills. So by participating in these competitions and training programs, sometimes we can enhance the skill or sometimes we can discover our skill, what we are. So I'm good at something, I'm good at this, I'm bad at this. So this kind of self-assessment will also be possible. How is it possible? That I will explain. So I hope those who are working, or if you're as a teacher or an engineer or the professionals might not say that I don't have a skill, because they can't say that, because unless and until they have a skill, they will not be in that position. So everyone, for example, I mentioned housewives. Definitely, they have skill. For example, some housewives, even if they are not that much educated, they have some people possess culinary skill. So they establish themselves by starting food trucks or food shops and all. They will excel in their field. So we know that there are different startups that we can see in our society. How this startup is possible? It is by the people developing their skill. So how they have identified the skill? So there is a long journey before they start up their new venture. So that journey, so our school days or college days, or even after we completed our education, this skill development or skill enhancement, it is always with us. So so there is a quotation that I would like to keep in mind always, or I would like to share with everyone. The quotation is like this: an optimist sees the opportunity in every difficulty. But in the case of pessimist, that the person he sees difficulty in every opportunity. So we have to see opportunity even if there is any difficulty or not. So coming to the first point, skill enhancement, because by participating in a competitions or training program, they will help us to improve our skills. Like it might be academic, sometimes it is athletic, artistic, or it might be professional skills. So it always allows the individuals to refine their ability. Sometimes they will help us to acquire new knowledge. For example, a person is good at writing. Okay, so he knows, or he or she knows how to write, or some other person may be good at photography, but they don't have proper training in it. So once they attend a proper training, they will get more information. So by acquiring that new knowledge, by enriching their mind with new ideas, they can excel in their field. They can follow their passion. So that is how they can enhance their professional skills. In the case of an athlete, or in the case of a person who is passionate in sports, by participating in a competition, in through attending or participating in different competitions, in every time that person is acquiring new techniques and new knowledge, and they are meeting diverse people. So this networking is a great thing. So the first point is skill enhancement. So As a teacher, I have met a lot of students. The students are different, but they have unique talent in them. So whenever I ask them to do, or whenever I ask them to be the part of an extracurricular activity other than academic, some students, they are enthusiastic. They will say that, "Ma'am, we are ready. We will do that. Even if we don't that, we are ready to make an attempt. We will be with you, or we will be with the team." But some other students, they are quite hesitate. They know they can do, but they do not have confidence, lack of confidence. That is the second category. But some other students, they are minority. They will say that we are here for to study. We only focus on academic. We don't want to engage in any other extracurricular activities. We don't want to be the part of any competitions. So a minority of students were like that. So here I would like to give an example or related to food. We all love food. So just imagine a biryani. It might be chicken or vegetable biryani or whatever it is, biryani. We know that the key ingredient of a biryani is nothing else. It is the cooked rice. But if we eat that cooked rice alone, it won't be delicious. You know that? If we want to make or if we want to convert that cooked rice into a delicious biryani, we have to add all other ingredients appropriately. If something is excess, it will be bland. So similarly, whether a person is a student or a professional, whoever he or she is, they have to focus on every aspect. As a student, not only the academics, they have to be the part and parcel of every other academic, every other extracurricular activities. The competitions is a good way, it's a ladder for enhancing their skills and improving their talent, because everybody possesses a unique talent. So the first thing that we have to do is we have to discover the talent lies in us. So I would like to share a personal experience here. When I started my teaching career, there was a boy, and he was studious. He was good in academics, but he was not ready to be the he was not ready to participate in any competitions. But always he comes to the class on time. He will attend all the classes and he goes to library. He's an excellent boy. But once there was a competition, a quiz competition conducted in our college. It was organized by an organization outside of our institution, and the participants from various other colleges were also there. Somehow he attended that quiz competition. After attending, he bagged first prize. That's a great thing. But other than that, the greatest thing is he said, "Yeah, it was quite wonderful because participation and I have met a lot of people." So he was very enthusiastic. From that day onwards, he has decided, yes, I will go and participate in other competitions because it is providing him a great experience. So that boy has changed. So he said that, yeah, I have to improve my knowledge because I have realized my talent in it. So even if somebody forces us to do that, out of that force we can't do anything. If we want to improve or if we want to come out of that comfort zone, we have to think ourselves, we have to decide ourselves. So still I remember one of the camp I have attended when I was in the 7th standard. It was a residential camp, but still I remember that camp because students from various schools were there, and in one of the classes, as a resource person, he said that always believe yourself and always remember in your mind, I can and I can fly high. So whenever you feel low, you just remember this, I can, or a kind of motivation. All the training programs are the main aim of the programs were to instill that spirit in us, to improve our knowledge. We have to take it in that way. So skill enhancement is the primary goal of participating in the competitions and training programs that I believe. And moving on to the second point, it is the personal growth. We know that human beings, the growth, physical growth, the physical growth of a human being, it stops at a particular point of time. After a particular age, we won't grow. But the personal growth, the personality or the personal growth of a person, it lasts till the last breath of the person. So these types of competitions is a key tool for our personal growth. And how it helps for the personal growth? First of all, it pushes us out of our comfort zone. We all would like to sit in their comfort zones at all times, but it helps us. Okay, the competition, I have to do well, so I should not sit like this. I have to, so it will force us to come out of that comfort zone, and we will be ready to take the challenge. We will be ready to do a particular task. So sometimes it provides as challenges. So by doing this, we are knowingly or unknowingly, we are getting ready to face challenges in our life. It helps the self-improvement. It helps us and help us to develop a resilience and sometimes even the problem-solving skills. So we all know that Darwin's survival of fittest theory. Not the strongest, not the intelligent that survives, it is the adaptable. So in this kind of activities makes us to accept, it makes us adaptable. So we have to act accordingly, we have to move ahead with the situation. So that kind of abilities can instill in us through this training programs. And goal setting and motivation. So there's a competition next day or next week. So that is a specific goal. That's a specific target. So as a teacher, what I have been witnessing nowadays, most of the students, they do not have, I'm not accusing them, but as I'm sharing my observation, they don't have a goal or target. They are believing in failing. So they are living in the present. They are not thinking about their future. They do not have any target. I'm not talking about everyone, but some of the students, they lack a target or they lack a sense of purpose. But if we provide them a task, if we give them a goal, and if we motivate them, where we have been training them to stay focused, to work hard and achieve the desired outcomes. So I would like to share a personal experience which I had experienced today in our college. As a teacher, most of my examples will be related with students. So day before yesterday, we got an intimation from Government of Kerala Social Justice Department in connection with World Elder Abuse Awareness Day. Today was World Elder Abuse Awareness Day. So they have instructed us to conduct a flash mob today. Yes, not yesterday, day before yesterday, in the evening, we got an intimation. And yesterday, the examinations were going on in our college. And we had only a couple of hours to execute that program. So that was a goal. That was a task before us, not only to the teachers, for the students. But we did it successfully. How? Because the students stay focused, they work hard in that stipulated time, and they manage the time because they understood we do not have time. We have only a couple of hours. So they had managed. So there was a discipline too. So this kind of participation, whatever it is, whether it is a competition or an activity or a club activity, or even if you are a professional, if you are working in a MNC, or if you are working in an institution, or if you are working in any government departments, where also we have where we have to conduct maybe programs or other than our main task. So whatever the situation, uh, wherever, whatever it is, we all have to do this. We all have to have some time. We have to have some goals or targets sometimes. So all kind of activities other than our main job, it helped us in many ways. So goal setting and motivation is a great thing. So first of all, what we have to do is we have to identify our area of interest, or identify our skill. As a teacher, always I try to identify the skills of each student. So even if a particular student is, suppose a person A is good in dancing, and person B might not be good in dancing, but he might be good in some software or related to some technical skills. So, so collaboration of multiple talents will always gives us a wonderful result. And moving on to the next benefit, that is networking and collaboration. Before describing this networking and collaboration, I would like to say one more thing. Suppose we have an illness. What will we do? Definitely, we will go and consult a doctor. And sometimes doctor prescribe a scanning because the doctor wants to diagnose our disease, then only he can provide the treatment. Similarly, what we have to do is we all have to identify our skill, our talent. That is the primary thing that we have to do. Sometimes not only ours, suppose if I have a friend, if I have a co-worker, so along with identifying my skill, I have to identify theirs too, because that kind of cooperation and working together will also gives us immense pleasure and achievement. And coming to the point, networking and collaboration. When you go for competitions or training programs, where you can meet numerous people, a lot of people with similar interest and ambitions. Okay, suppose if you are working, if you are a working professional, but unfortunately, where you could not find a person who is interested in your field. Suppose you sometimes you will be good at singing, you will be good at Carnatic music, but there is nobody to discuss what your skills or discuss your passion. But if you go out by attending some programs, not only the training programs in the sense, sometimes it is a seminar, sometimes it is a program, whatever. I'm not only focusing competitions and training program as such, any other extra curricular thing or extra programs where you can meet individuals. So collaboration and networking, it helps us to go a long way. So this kind of networking provides us opportunities where we can meet not only the like-minded people, there also you can meet experts and vendors. So if we want to go ahead in our passion, if we want to go ahead in our passionate area, we need guidance. So So this kind of networking will help us to go ahead in the right manner. So they will give us tips, they will give us guidance. So that is one of the benefits which I have seen in these programs. So the valuable connections and support system, sometimes it gives us a potential career opportunity, because sometimes a student, a person will be good at script writing. But in the college which he had studied, there might not be any person or a teacher who is there to guide him. But by attending similar workshops or other training programs related to his field, where he can meet people with similar interests, where he can discuss his views with others, and he can come out with new ideas, and finally it may lead to a career opportunities, because here in our society we can see a lot of entrepreneurs or entrepreneurs, because they are following their passion. How they become a successful entrepreneur? If you want to be a successful person, definitely we need the support of a group of people in and around us. So that networking. So who are that group of people? Definitely the people with similar interests or similar ambitions. So recently, the last vacation, I have attended a 7 days training programs organized by University of Kerala along with TEST. TEST, it's an organization owned by Dr. Kalyani Vellath. I hope some of you might know her. She's an educator. And after completing the program on the last day, Kalyani ma'am, she asked me, Athira, could you please encourage a session for my students, for our online students? I was quite perplexed, because Kalyani ma'am, she was such a talented and motivating teacher, and I'm also a student of her. She is one of my role models in my life. And I asked, ma'am, and she said, definitely you can. But how I got that opportunity? So that is where I initially said, an optimist find opportunity in every difficulty, because at that time I was quite busy. I had some family engagements at that time, but I had some challenges. I had some challenges at that time, but I overcome them. But how I got that opportunity? It is by participating in that competition, by participating in the sense, it is through that networking. When I attended that program, where I met a number of people from various districts of Kerala, even from outside Kerala, there my networking has increased, it widened. And by widening our networking, where we are getting more opportunities at the same time, we are getting new ideas and all. So that is why that is one of the benefits of this training program, networking and collaborations. So in that training program, one of the resource person, she talked about personal branding. So when I heard that term, personal branding, I couldn't understand what does she meant. She said that everyone is a brand. Everybody possesses a talent. But who is there to promote our talent? Who is there to improve our talent? Nobody else. It is us. We have to identify and we have to strive hard, and we have to come forward. This is what she said. So in our society, we are witnessing a lot of joint ventures or new startups. How these startups become possible? Most of the time, most of the startups where it's a joint venture. As I said, People with similar minds, they collaborate each other and they began a new path in their life. So networking and collaboration is a great thing that we can achieve. So by if I participate, if I am a singer or if I am a sports person, I'm from Kerala, but if I got a chance to participate in one of the competitions which is going to be held in Delhi. When I participate there, whether I succeed in the competition or not, that doesn't matter. But where I can meet a lot of other people, I can learn a lot of things from others. So sometimes even the bookish knowledge is less compared to the real life experience. So whenever we get a chance, we must make use of it. The next one is recognition and exposure. So when we participate or when we attend other programs where we are getting recognition. So it offer a platform. First of all, it offer a platform to showcase our skills, where we can showcase our achievements, where we can prove ourselves. So sometimes it bring us recognition in the form of awards. Sometimes it's a public exposure. Sometimes it's a career advancement. So this kind of recognition and exposure, because everybody likes to be treated well. So if someone congratulated me, definitely I will be happy. I won't feel sad. Oh, that person, he congratulated me, or he motivated me. Definitely we wish to get motivated. We wish to be on limelight. So that is another thing that I personally felt regarding the benefits of these kinds of programs. And another thing, the great thing is, the next thing is feedback and evaluation. Even if we have a skill or a talent, we might not be excellent in it. Okay, if we want to improve, definitely we need feedbacks. We need criticism, because we have been witnessing different reality shows on screen. At the end of the reality show, sometimes we make a comment, oh, that participant has improved a lot. When she or he comes to the platform for the first time, he was not like that. He has improved a lot. How was it possible? How all that improvement became a reality? It is through the criticism or the feedbacks or evaluation from the experts or judges. Here also I'm making a presentation before you. I know I'm not that excellent. So probably not probably, definitely I'm going to get a feedback or evaluation at the end of the session. Sometimes it will be positive. Sometimes there will be a suggestion for my improvement. These suggestions, these expert opinions, I will be taken for granted, because that is the strength, that is the real motivation to go ahead well. Okay, so definitely the feedback and evaluation after we get after a competition enable us to refine our skills. As I said earlier, I personally believe that the quotation, not to win, but to participate. Whenever you attend a competition, whenever you attend a seminar, even if you get criticized, doesn't matter. You did a great job, because you had participated, because you didn't give up that opportunity. So always open up your ear and eyes for feedback and take it in the positive spirit. And if it is a suggestion for an improvement, definitely you should try to improve that area. Then Another thing is, sorry, the next point is building confidence. I've told you earlier, some students or some person, they will say that, no, I'm not confident, I'm not ready to do it. And because I'm not good at it, or I don't have a skill, because they lack confidence. But after participating a couple of programs or competitions, we can see that tremendous change in that person. Their self-confidence has boosted. They had a self-esteem. How? Because through the process of setting goals, and they work hard because they had a dream, because they dream that I want to achieve success. Yeah, yes, a positive self-image they could create. So that is really possible through these competitions. I still remember my first competition on stage when I was a 5-year-old girl. It was a recitation competition. My mom, she taught me the recitation, she trained me, and we reached the venue. I have seen many participants, they were performing on stage. A large number of people were there as audience, and some participants, they completed their recitation and some could not. Some participants were crying. But my mom said, you had studied that poem. Okay, you know it well. You go and perform, but you have to do one thing. Do not close your eyes, because some other participants, they were simply closing their eyes and they are singing because they were not ready to face the audience. They do not have that confidence. But she said that even if you could not complete the performance, it doesn't matter. But when you stand in front of the mic, when you stand on the stage, stay focused, look at the audience, have a smile, have a positive spirit in your mind, and complete it. I will not ask you to win the competition. You have to perform well. So that is the first time in my life I have heard that uh, quotation, not to win but to participate. At that age, I don't know what she meant, but I did it, and somehow I managed to win the third prize. At that age, I didn't know the actual merit or the what is the uh, benefit or what is this prize and all. It was just 5 years, 5 or 6 at that age. But every year, my mom, she has she found the real talent in me because I was good in acting, and she found that talent, and she encouraged me, she motivated me, she helped me to participate in various competitions, and I have won many accolades, and sometimes I have to face defeat. But whenever I face a defeat, she or my parents never accuse me. You did it well, you tried your best. And always they motivate me because she said that at that last time you couldn't win, but you have to listen, you have to focus on the suggestions provided by the experts or the judges. Your weak points they have pointed out, so you can focus on that. So when you perform next time, what you have to do, you have to keep that in mind. And when I go for such competitions where I met many other participants, and at the time of participation, we will look at the other participant like, so she's here, he's here, who's going to perform well, who's going to bag the prize. But later on, now I can say that many other participants which I have encountered at that time, they became my close friends because We were like-minded people. At that time, we were competitors, participants. But later on, we became friends. We became collaborators. We are working together in our area of interest. It is giving pleasure to us, and we are confident. I'm not saying that we are excellent people. I'm not saying that I'm a great person. No, I'm an ordinary person, but I have a confidence. I have a confidence to address a gathering. So recently, my husband, in one of the uh, programs or family function, suddenly a person gave me a mic and he asked me to address the gathering. And I didn't hesitate. Okay, I did it. Just address the gathering. I welcomed them, and I made a short speech. It was a wedding reception. And later on, my husband said, if that person, if that uncle gave that mic to my husband, he said that he could not have say any word uh, because he was an engineer. But I'm not saying that he's not good, but suddenly he said that you're a teacher, you are meeting your students or you are meeting audience all the time. So you have a practice. He also addressed the gathering, but after my presentation, he did it, and he also did it well. But he said that you had that confidence because you have been doing it on a regular basis, so you have a practice. So similarly, whenever we get a chance, we have to do it. We have to become a part and parcel of our life. Then competitive spirit and sportsmanship. So that is another thing. Okay, I will brief it. So as I mentioned earlier, when we attend a competition or a program, whatever it is, we should not always try to win the prize. Even if we fail, take it for granted. So nowadays we can see that the suicidal rate is increasing among the youth because they were not ready to face. They could not face losses or failures. So competition, whether it is a sport or art or whatever it is, healthy competitions, it gives us to accept both failures and success alike. So, so it will help the individuals to become a better equipped to navigate uncertainties. They will be ready to face setbacks or challenges. Definitely, it will help us. And moving on to the next point, exposure to new perspectives and ideas. I'm a teacher, I'm a working professional, I have different opportunities before me. But if I want to realize or if I want to understand the new perspectives or new innovative ideas, definitely the training programs will help us. Nowadays, we know that we all have been following blended learning method and all because we all are giving importance to online education. So the government of Kerala and even MHRD, they have initiated a lot of training programs for the teachers as well as for the students. As a teacher, I can probably say that after attending such training programs, I could improve, I could make my method of teaching in a different or a unique way. I'm not saying that unique, but I adopted such methods which I have learned through the training program and I utilized it and it was effective. So the training programs which it is giving us a lot of new information because the now we know that AI has changed. Recently, I have attended a session on AI and the challenges in education and all. So that was the realization, and there also they have introduced many AI tools for educators and all. If I do not attend that such similar program, how will I know? Otherwise, I have to read. I have to have an interest to know more happenings, new happenings in that field. So here, training programs and all will help us to achieve new ideas, and it will give us an exposure to new perspective, and it will help us to expand our professional opportunity. If you want to excel in your profession, definitely we must have some unique idea or uniqueness in us. How is it possible? Definitely, we need to know what is happening around us. Okay, so expanding professional opportunities means sometimes it is achievements or networking opportunities gained through these activities, which will offer new doors before us, new career path, new professional opportunities. Not only professional opportunities for the students to choose their career. Then, last but not the least, the most important thing is the personal satisfaction of a person. Because when we do something which is which we like, which we are passionate about, definitely it brings a sense of personal satisfaction of fulfillment. If I'm a singer, even if I have been gone through a bad phase in my life, sometimes the music, that singing, will provide me a sense of satisfaction. If I attend a competition, even if I won or not, that is secondary. But being with the like-minded people, being on stage, being expressing myself, definitely it is a moment of satisfaction. It is a moment of accomplishment and pride. So the core thing which I would like to say, that a sense of fulfillment and enjoyment that contributes to overall happiness and well-being. As a human being, what we need, definitely happiness and well-being. There are multiple ways. Doing a job and having a huge sum of money, a salary, doesn't matter. Sometimes it is the passion that gives us immense joy at the moment. So that is the last point that I would like to make. And remember, always remember this quote. An optimist sees the opportunity in every difficulty. A pessimist sees the difficulty in every opportunity. Be an optimist. Whatever difficulty you have, try to overcome and make it as an opportunity. Whether you will succeed or not in that task, that is secondary, but you have made an. When others are not doing it, you have made an attempt. It is the great thing, because you were ready to take a challenge. You were ready to work hard. So that attitude is the key for your success. So with this, I would like to conclude my presentation on leveraging the benefits of competitions and training programs. And it is the time for Q&A. So if you have to ask any questions, you can. Over to you, Nikita.
Thank you, ma'am. That was very delightful, very informative. And I sincerely hope that the participants will benefit from the valuable inputs you have provided us today. Any participant, any questions you have, you can drop them in the chat box, or you can unmute and ask ma'am. I had a question for you.
Yeah, okay, Nikita.
Ma'am, in the beginning, you had talked about discipline and being consistent, right? So, ma'am, I have read in your background that you have come from theater and dance.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
do you think most of your discipline comes from that?
Definitely, yes, because I told you that since my childhood, because since I was in the second standard, I was participating in different competitions related to acting and theater, and I had attended a workshop, different workshops. So, as an actor or as an individual,
Mhm.
especially when we indulge ourselves in acting, where we need a disciplined mind and body. Okay, definitely, because time management. Okay, if the because it's a group, theater means it's a group work. If somebody is late, it will
Yes.
affect the entire group. So be on time or be in time. Okay, and when we present ourselves on stage, we are representing a person or a representing a concept. So it gives us a task, a challenge. So it is definitely is a challenge. So, so that is maybe because of that background, I am insist. Sometimes I insist my students in the initial days when they come to the college. We have to do this. We have to do that. That you have to be the part of this class. But gradually, I can see that they have taken up that task. After some point of time, definitely they will do it. So definitely, it is this kind of activities is molding a person. Start not only the academics. That is why I said about that example of biryani. We do not want that cooked rice. We want a delicious biryani. If we want that, we have to add all the ingredients. So we have to have bookish knowledge. We need to have academic qualifications. Along with that, we have to have extracurricular activities or skills. So definitely we need it. Even the education system promotes the same. We have to follow that path. So your finding was right.
Yes, ma'am, because I am also from theater background, and the way you said it, I could tell that that's where it came from, because this is what is told to us now. Because if you
Yeah,
want to succeed, you have to focus, you have to give your dedication, and
yeah.
that
We
would,
have to be dedicated. We have to be
yeah,
dedicated.
yes, ma'am.
Even if it is a difficult task or a tiny task, whatever the task, the intensity doesn't matter. The task it matters. We have to complete that assigned work on time.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, so sometimes what happens is in startups also, um, like being positive, but sometimes you come off as also delusional.
Yeah.
Sometimes you're so positive, then people start treating you, not taking you seriously. Like they're too positive all the time. So what plan do they have? So how do we deal with that?
See, following my passion, that is my decision. So we can't live without, we can't simply living uh, for pleasing others. So sometimes we have definitely many people, especially when they do a start, when they are about to follow their passion, many people will discourage them. Definitely, probably they will say that we are concerned about it. No, just give them a chance. Okay, if a person wants to be good in the field of acting, just make an attempt. Okay, just appreciate him or just motivate him. And even after he tried multiple times, okay, then consult. Okay, don't worry. Anyway, you have made an attempt. Try another thing. So always be supportive, because it is very easy to break the confidence of a person, but it is very difficult to be with another person. So definitely, that is why I said cooperation, support. You need it.
Thank you, ma'am. It was very inspiring that a person who's in the academics has still this zeal. And hearing from you, it gives me the confidence that maybe I can.
Thank you. Anyway, it's a great pleasure for me providing such an opportunity. Especially, I'm really thankful to Moti, because once they asked me, can you engage a session? I said, yeah, I will try. But definitely, I consider it as an opportunity. Definitely.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So thank you.
Thank you, Athira. We really enjoyed your session. And most of the things which you said throughout this presentation, I could actually relate with you because I've seen you for quite a long time. like
Yeah.
ever since we in Pondicherry. Okay, so
Yeah.
I've seen you participate in various events, be a part of various committees and other things as well.
Yeah.
And after that,
Definitely.
also I've been noticing you for various things as well. So I could relate yourself with all these things. So
Yeah.
it's such a wonderful thing, and thanks for sharing your experience with our audience. Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
I hope you have filled the feedback forms that have been sent in the chat box. All right. So thank you everyone for joining. We hope that this enthusiasm and support will continue at future Higher Ed for All events. Until next time, keep learning and good night. This is Nikita signing off for today. Thank you.